Hi. I found out recently that a Hall of Fame golfer loves a poem that I've been using in speeches for years. His name is Arnold Palmer. He's one of the all-time best golfers. If you're under 40, you might not know this, but Arnie won 95 golf tournaments. Just between 1960 and 63, he won 29 tour events. He competed in the Masters tournament 50 years in a row. And a couple of years ago, he came to town, and I had a chance to interview him. I remember it was a tournament. He wasn't competing. He was a celebrity that was there. He was sitting outside in a chair, and I asked if I could do an interview. Without hesitation, sure, no problem. I had a camera on my shoulder. I'm called one-man band, where I do the shooting and the interviewing. So I asked him the questions, and I really don't remember what he said. But I'll never forget how he said it. Here is one of the greatest golfers of all time. And it's not like he has to do an interview. I mean, he's talking to me like he talked to a neighbor he just met. We got done with the interview, and Arnie did something that celebrities like that rarely do. He thanked me for doing the interview. He shook my hand. Oh, Arnie. So last week I was on Amazon.com, and just for grins, I put in Arnold Palmer. And I found a book that cost me 1 penny. 1 penny, plus $3.99 postage. The book is this one. It's called Mentored by the King. So I started reading the book, and I get to page 18. This one right here. I got to page 18, and if you look at this book, you see that it's underlined. Because I found out that Arnold Palmer's all-time favorite poem is one that I've used a lot. It goes like this. If you think you're beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't. If you like to win but think you can't, it's almost certain you won't. If you think you'll lose, you've already lost. For out in the world we find success begins with a person's will. It's all in the state of mind. If you think you're outclassed, you are. You got to be sure to rise. You've got to be sure of yourself before you can even win a prize. Life's battles don't always go to the stronger or faster person. But sooner or later, the person who wins is the person who thinks they can. I got goosebumps when I read about Arnie and that poem. That was written in 1905. Arnie read that poem, and he liked it so much that he printed it out, and he would put it in his locker before he played. He liked it so much that he had a plaque made, and it's in his office. Been there for years. And the author here says that Ernie lived and breathed that poem. Did you hear the words to it? Wow, if you think you're beaten, you are. Here's a quote from Arnie. It says, I've always made a total effort, even when the odds seemed entirely against me. I never felt like quitting, and I always felt I had at least a chance to win. Arnie's 85 years old now, and I'm so glad I had a chance to meet him, and wish you could meet him too. Thanks for watching. I'm John Gross.